What if one decision today could cost you your license tomorrow? Every week, we hear about healthcare investigation audits, compliance violations, and business facing serious legal consequences. Whether you're a nurse, physician, therapist, pharmacist, or healthcare entrepreneur, one mistake can impact not only your business, but also your professional reputation and future. Today, I'm sharing the top three legal and compliance lessons from our conversations that we had with Attorney Raymond King. He's a doctor and a lawyer that every healthcare entrepreneur should know. So, good morning, everyone. This is our first Nurse Founder Forum Thursday live recap and update. So, this is your weekly healthcare entrepreneur and mental health briefing. I'm Christopher Waikoko, the chairman for the Nurse Founder Forum. And if you missed Tuesday's live interview with Attorney Raymond King, please don't worry. Today, I'm going to highlight the three biggest takeaways that can help you to protect your healthcare license, strengthen your business, and prepare for long term success. At Nurse Founder Forum, we believe that success in healthcare entrepreneurship is not just about growing your business, but it's also about growing it the right way. We would like to acknowledge our audience wherever you are right now. Just type your place and your profession. Thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't like, share, and follow Nurse Founder Forum, please find us on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. So the three takeaways. Let's dive into this. The we try to keep it this very short on the spot, less than 30 minutes. So takeaway number one, what we've been doing for 10, 15 years, is building your business the right way in a strong foundation. So what Attorney Raymond was saying is when you're doing side jobs or maybe practicing your own, you have a med spa, home health, what else? Infusion therapist, being a senior advisor, all those things. Check first whether you're required to be an LLC. Okay, so limited liability company. The other one is PLLC, professional limited liability company, if you need license, and maybe it's a C corp or S corporation. So those are the things that you need to make sure at the very beginning, rather than I do highly encourage to have this structured in place more than your license, more than your company, your social security number, more than you as a batch nurse or a doctor or a therapist, dentist. So those are the first thing, the right way. And I highly encourage that. I know people are going through self do it yourself through others platform, but I think I highly consider that, especially if you're doing this in the long term, have somebody encouraged to have somebody, because sometimes those are investments. You somebody that you know that could do it for you the right way. There are so many blind spots, especially nurses. We work a lot, we do so many things, and there are the things that we don't want to cover with our own ability. Even we have the AI, it's better that we have to have a second eye on running our company. And then every now and then, the more that remember that company also, yeah, the structure of the company also develop. So for example, you're a limited liability company right now, and then eventually you're making 2.3 million. You have a 300,000 on your net income, and you want that to be salaried, to be paid to you. Then you're no longer, LLC will not fit for you. You need to be an S corporation, because you're not considered employee if you're a limited liability company. So that's why you need to have an S corp. So those kind of details really matter, and it really affects your compliance, not just with the state but also with the IRS. So yeah, because that's what we've been doing for tax compliance. And number two, the second takeaway, part of the patient care. Okay, so knowing the specific job description that you're going to go into. So we're talking about, the first one is structuring your business the right way. Number two is also knowing your job description. We discussed there, those are nurses that are healthcare workers that they do night shift in the hospital, and then they started to do, what do you call this? They started to do Botox or in med spa, infusion therapies, They do part-time consulting. So you need to identify: are you a contractor? Are you an employee? Are you supposed to carry your own uh, error and omission insurance? Okay, and then the job description is very important, so you kind of know what to what do you call this, you kind of know what to prepare. Do you need to have extra certification and specific? Are you allowed to inject? Are you allowed to do the Botox? And then are you allowed to do it? And then are you aware that there should be a doctor on that company? So those are the things that you have to identify. More than the money that they will pay you, are also the structure, the licensing. And it's also important to ask for those certifications, licenses of the company. Do your due diligence. I mean, having a third party. I Especially now that business registration of a med spa, home health, hospice companies, they are available as a public record on the state. So those are just the things that you want to do before you really jump into another side job, or maybe starting your own company. And it's better to be prepared. And then don't hesitate to ask questions. I think people that are doing legitimate business can answer really the questions that you may have, because I feel there's no dumb questions. Everything are valid questions, because at the end, more than anyone, you're the one that need to protect your license more than anybody else. And also, there are some companies that they have not renewed their franchise. So that's something that you have to be aware of. The state will not caught up to them after certain months or years. So that's why it's very important that you know all these things. Insurance is really important. And then number three, lastly, is document. So documentation. I work with a therapy company, and they have a backlog for record keepings, and the Medicare can audit that. And that's why every now and then you need to know the number of patients that you're taking care of in a day. Is it the standard? Is it the regulated number of patients that you have to see in a day? You don't want to be overworked, because burnout can lead with so many mistakes, many problems, and that's something that also compromise the delivery of the patient care. So I know there's a number of hours that you need to do your documentation. I think less than 24 hours you have to turn in, so in able to I mean, you cannot do documentation after 3 5 days. You already forget what happened to the client. When I was in the OR, after, especially when I work in with putting, because I did work in the OR, and there's a dentist that two rooms he's been using back and forth, back and forth. He can have 12 patients in one day and only one nurse. So now my documentation I really have to chase, because on when you're in the OR, especially, preparation and the procedure is shorter than the preparation itself. When we have a baby, we need to put IV, we need to check the chart, need to check the identity. If there's any allergy, then you go to the bed, you prepare from the circulate scrub, because I used to be a circulating nurse. I need to check all the things are there. What are I need to access the computer to check. And from the time, there's also an anesthesiologist, a nurse anesthetist. From the time that everything has been done, the operation is over, and then the doctor will move to the other side of the room and to see the other patient. That's why I've been backlogged with so many notes, because it's only less than 20 minutes, and I have to do all the notes and endorse it to the recovery department. So that's number three, is document. And then, so if we will do the recap, the three would be structure your business the right way. Number two is check the compliance of the patient care, like if you need additional licensing or certification. And number three is documentation. But I also put this bonus tip for you guys, number four, that whenever you receive a letter, if this worst case scenario, do not try to resolve it yourself. Like us, we're receiving different IRS letters. We encourage, do not submit any missing information or any missing documents, because that could be used against you. And also, do not provide over documents that are not needed. So that's why that's the fourth bonus is you need to make sure there are legal, like lawyer, whether you're dealing with the state of board of nursing, whether you're dealing with federal. One thing that we discussed with Attorney Raymond, is it a civil case, is it criminal case, so you can find the right lawyer. If you're dealing with the Medicare, insurance fraud, and I know that it's interesting because one of the conversations that I had with Attorney Raymond is that this almost $1 billion fraud case filed to this nurse practitioner was she is issuing like dead patients, and it's so big that there are other accessories to this case, because from the caseworker, from the Medicare themselves, and then this insurance provider, those have part of this whole scheme, and that's why everybody just going downhill from there. So that's why I think one thing that I always remind myself is my moral compass. So no, there's just so much that you can do by following the guidelines and stepping out on these different cases, because it leaves you a long-term consequences. All right, so guys, what are your takeaways? And let me know if you have comments or questions. Feel free to type as we are moving on to the next part of our segment. Is where are we now with the Nurse Founder Forum? As of now, the Nurse Founder Forum, it's not just for nurses, because I'm a nurse, so just I have to anchor myself with this profession, but this is actually for healthcare professionals out there that are running their company, experiencing burnout. Uh, the three pillars of Nurse Founder Forum are for healthcare, entrepreneurship, and mental health. As I continue this journey, I'm really going through my own mental health. This is the first forever that I did this one. This is not a nonprofit. This is for me. I just want to have to pioneer an community that advocate, aside from healthcare and entrepreneurship, is mental health, because from the time that I started on April and then until now, there are so many people that approach me. So that's why I know you're there, and then whether your career, you have your business, you need to have a breathing room, and you need to be in the certain group of people that experiencing the same thing. Whether you are running a part-time company, and then you have your family, then you work night shift, overtime, holiday. So that is what the right room for you. So on the Nurse Founder Forum, I think I have it here. So here, about AI, we also we're going to talk marketing and outbound, the utilize for whenever you're running here. Anyways, well, I cannot find it. So that's the reason why we've been knocking on doors. Everything, we've been successful from the very number of people is from 50 to 75. We did three mixers, and all of them were ranging 50 to 75 people. But this time is a whole day event. This is also the most expensive investment. Is a whole day from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Actually, there are times I'm asking myself, why did I even put this? Why did I even put myself in this situation? Right. So people thought that, oh, you're doing too much. I don't know. That's one conversation I have with my friend, because he's also a high performer, like high performing individual. So he was telling me that I'm not, I felt like I'm not doing enough. So that's the whole thing. So that's why every now and then I always ask, I always check the nitty gritty. Even people thought I'm doing enough, but I felt like I'm not doing enough yet. So that's why and I have my anxiety medication before. I don't believe on it, but now it helps me. I don't recommend it, but I also do not discourage it. So it's up to you. And then every day. It's just the event is tomorrow, and I'm still hard on myself whenever I felt there are so much things to be done and I need to improve. And we have our own voices. Those will never go away. We just have to know how to deal with it. One thing that I learned from my therapist is to give a name to your problem, to your anxiety, to the things that fear you or that scares you. And then you talk to yourself. You ask yourself, "How are you?" That's why what works for me is really getting up in the morning, maybe 6 in the morning, and then try to walk for 1 hour, and that's where I do walking meditation. I listen to this self help book. Those are the things that really empower me and to recharge and to charge me for the rest of the day. All right. So these are the things again on July 25. We have you try to RSVP, check our link today, and then please make sure we're expecting 100 plus people. Uh, the hotel is already paid. Why, might as well do it at 200 number of people or up to 300. It doesn't matter. Just go there, network Saturday. I know it's a whole day. You don't need to be there the whole day, but try to come as much as spend your time as much as possible. Okay, so these are our takeaways, and please let me know. Click like, share, and follow for more content for the Nurse Founder Forum, because one of the biggest lessons from Tuesday's conversation is this: that your healthcare license is one of the greatest professional assets. Protect it with the same commitment you bring to caring your patients. If you miss our full interview with Attorney Raymond King, I encourage he will be there for one of our panelists. I encourage you to watch and replay on our social media channels. I have YouTube, Chris Y. Coco. You can find me there and watch the live. And if you're serious about building a successful healthcare business while protecting your mental health, join us on July 25 at the Nurse Founder Forum and Summit here in Dallas. We're bringing together healthcare leaders, founder, entrepreneurs, strategic partners for a full day of learning, networking, and collaboration. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. We have sound bath therapy. We have emotional, something about the music, meditation. We have this physical exercise. We also have raffle prizes. So if you found today's recap helpful, please like, share, and follow Nurse Founder Forum. Together we build the next generation of healthcare entrepreneurs. I'll see you on next Tuesday again at 7 p.m. Central Time for another live chat. Thank you again, and always remember your mental health matters.